Luis Enrique gives Man United clear response over replacing Michael Carrick. Manchester United are yet to confirm who their next permanent manager will be, with some fans still hoping that they can convince Paris Saint-Germain boss Luis Enrique. Luis Enrique has dropped the biggest hint yet that he won't be joining Manchester United. Enrique, 55, has been linked with the upcoming vacancy at Old Trafford, and he's approaching the final year of his contract with Paris Saint-Germain. Michael Carrick remains in charge until the end of this season, and although the ex-United midfielder has done an impressive job, there's been no confirmation of him getting the job permanently. In a saturated market for managers, Enrique's pedigree from his time with Barcelona and PSG winning the Champions League with both clubs makes him a standout option. But United's chances of prizing him away from Paris have always been slim, and now their hopes have suffered a fresh blow. Speaking at a press conference on Wednesday, Enrique confirmed that he started planning for the summer alongside PSG sporting director Luis Campos. There will be small adjustments, just like last year, Enrique said when asked about the summer transfer window. We won't sign a lot of players. In addition, the Spaniard is reportedly in talks to sign a new contract with PSG, which will keep him at the Parc des Princes until 2030. Enrique is bidding to win the Champions League again this season, and will have to get past Bayern Munich in the semi-finals. United, meanwhile, haven't played in Europe's elite competition since 2023, but Carrick has them on course to qualify at a canter. 2 wins from their final 6 games would guarantee Champions League football next season, and go a long way to convincing the Old Trafford hierarchy to stick with Carrick. The 44-year-old, who succeeded Ruben Amorim, has been tight-lipped on his future, but suggested after Saturday's vital 1-0 win at Chelsea that he'd like to stay. "I love being here," Carrick told TNT Sports. "I understand the situation. It's a bit out my hands. You want to be part of nights like this, part of special things, create a team. I haven't got a time frame for a decision." Former teammate Owen Hargreaves claimed that it would be utterly ridiculous for Carrick not to get the job on a permanent basis after a remarkable turnaround since Amorim lost his job in January. Carras understands the players, and that's probably why he's there, Hargreaves explained post-match. He understands the pressure of playing for this football club. He puts the boys in the right positions where they need to play to succeed, and they're better in every capacity. So, to not give it to him and giving it to him, probably at the time when you wouldn't have expected it, would be utterly ridiculous. I think today solidifies it. If they hadn't won today and not got in the Champions League places, you could have the debate, maybe bring in someone more experienced. After today, and if he finished third, I don't see how you couldn't give it to him. It wouldn't make any sense whatsoever. Luis Enrique is reportedly on the verge of signing a substantial new contract extension with Paris Saint-Germain, dealing a significant blow to Manchester United's long-term managerial ambitions. The Spaniard has guided the French giants to unprecedented European success and looks set to commit his future to the Parc des Princes, despite long-standing interest from the Premier League. United's search for elite leadership has hit a major roadblock. Enrique nears a contract extension with Paris Saint-Germain. The 55-year-old tactician has become the most sought-after coach in the global game, and according to The Telegraph, talks in the French capital have progressed so positively that an exit now looks impossible. United, who have long monitored Enrique's situation, will now have to look elsewhere as they seek a manager capable of competing with the best in Europe. The Spaniard has fully embraced life in Ligue 1, and despite previous interest in testing himself in the Premier League, his success in Paris has anchored his loyalty. Following a historic Champions League triumph last season and another deep run in this year's competition, the PSG hierarchy has moved swiftly to ensure their project remains under his expert guidance. For United, who viewed Enrique as a primary target to restore their former glory, the news represents a frustrating setback in their long-term planning. The proposed new terms will see Enrique extend his stay at the Parc des Princes until at least 2029, with the inclusion of an option for a further 12 months. This long-term commitment reflects the total faith held by PSG President Nasser Al-Khelaifi and advisor Luis Campos. While his current agreement was set to run until June 2027, all parties felt the time was right to solidify their partnership and ward off growing interest from abroad. Enrique himself has publicly declared his contentment with the project, recently stating, "I am so happy at Paris Saint-Germain. I set Paris." This statement came amid intense speculation regarding a move to Old Trafford, but it is now clear that the former Barcelona boss sees his future strictly in the French capital. The security of a multi-year extension allows him to continue his overhaul of the squad without the looming distraction of contract uncertainty. The transformation Enrique has overseen at PSG is nothing short of remarkable, moving the club away from the celebrity-driven culture of the past. By moving on from established superstars like Neymar, Lionel Messi, and Kylian Mbappé, he has constructed a younger, more energetic side built on collective discipline. This shift from flashy bling-bling to a coherent tactical unit has made PSG the most dynamic team in European football today. Individual success stories have also defined his tenure, most notably the evolution of Ousmane Dembélé. Under Enrique's tutelage, the Frenchman has transitioned from an unpredictable winger to a diligent central striker, eventually winning the Ballon d'Or. This ability to maximize talent and improve the work rate of his stars has further cemented Enrique's reputation as a world-class operator, making him the envy of European rivals. Despite his past admissions of a special attraction to the Premier League, Enrique has proven more content conquering English clubs from the outside than joining their ranks. Once shortlisted by Chelsea and Tottenham, his tactical mastery was on full display last season as he defeated a string of top-flight giants, culminating in PSG's recent elimination of Liverpool from the Champions-League. This victory serves as a definitive reminder of the monster Enrique has built in Paris, a project he is now committed to leading for years to come, leaving Manchester United and other English suitors to wait.